Right, good afternoon. Let's just move that to one side for a moment. Where are we? Let's see who we've got. Let me just come on my iPad. How is everybody this afternoon? Hope you're all doing well. It's quite nice out there. Managed to get all the washing on the line, which is perfect. So let's go on here. Let's go to the Pink Frog page. So everyone's a bit slow coming in today. Let me know you're here. And I'll try and see all the comments that are coming through. A few more coming in now. I've got lots of special offers to tell you about. And what have I done with my list? I've got 2 lists. Ah, found them. Found them. Many of you may have received your email this morning from Pink Frog telling you about all the special offers. So do check them out, won't you? So plus the fact I'm going to be using some different things here today. Let's put that camera a bit straighter. There we go. So if you haven't signed up for the Pink Frog newsletter, please do, because when you sign up for it, you get a special 10% discount code each month, and that's off the site, the whole site. So it's not of particular things. So there's some offers here as well, but then you could take an additional 10% discount code off there as well. So yeah, do say hi to me. I love to see how you're all doing. So some little special offers I'm going to talk about quickly before we bring the camera down and start getting all sticky with our double-sided adhesive quick stick. So special offers. And now if you signed up for the newsletter, you will have already seen we've got the easy finger lift tape. I've got mine just here. So we've got the 12mm and the 6mm. Now this is easy finger lift, so I don't know whether if I bring that up you can see. If I bring that up to the camera, can you see on each edge the tape doesn't go right to the edge? So this gives you your finger lift. Okay, you've got 50 meters. Now mine are already used. You get 50 meters. Hello, Denise, watching from Jersey. Are you on holiday in Jersey, I wonder? Yes. So we got 12mm, 6mm. You get 50 meters on a roll. So at the moment, that's buy one, get one free. So stock up on your easy finger lift at the moment. We've got the speciality card packs as well. So with that, they're offcuts. They're not seconds. They're offcuts. It's just where we cut the speciality card. When we talk about speciality card, we're talking about the mirror cards, the glitters, the Hopal holographics. There's all sorts of different types we have. And you get 60 in a pack. And you normally get 3 of each one, but there'll be different shapes and sizes, but they're all usable. But they're £6 at the moment, and they are buy one, get one free as well. The quick stick I am using today, that comes with 5 sheets in an A4. That's on offer as a buy one, get one free as well. So that's £5.50, but you're going to get 2 of those. Okay, so that is fabulous. We've still got the offer on the cards. So if you buy 40 sheets of the watercolour card from Pink Frog, you're going to get 40 sheets of the Super Smooth 300 GSM for free. So that's a really good deal. So that'll be running out soon. So do stock up on that one. Now, you may have seen me on Hobby Maker with the textured card. So we had the 8 different textures in the pack. They are now available in the antique white on the Pink Frog website, and the prices are starting from £10. So Denise says she's sat by the pool in Jersey. Are we all feeling jealous? Just a little. But I'm glad to see we're entertaining you on your holiday, Denise. We've got the 160 Super Smooth down to £12. That works out as 6p a sheet. So it's great to stock up on. I like to use it in my printer. because it's fabulous. If I'm printing off instructions or, you know, your card folds, things like that, I use that because it's great. They just look lovely. We've got the off-cut boxes. Now, they come in a big box. You get 2 kilos of those. If you check out the live today, Kimberly's put the link on, shop the live. If you check that out, there's lots of different colour combinations, but they're great for exactly what I'm doing here today, your offcuts. And if anybody caught my YouTube live at 11 o'clock on Dawn's Inspirations, you would have seen I use the offcut boxes there too. Grey board. I'm going to be using some grey board today. The grey board is £12 for 10 sheets. So if you sign to the newsletter, you can get your 10% off that. And clear film is £4 for 10 sheets. And we're going to be using that too. So I think without further ado, now I've got all the housekeeping out of the way, I will keep referring back. So yes, we're going to be looking at Quick Stick. If no one knows what Quick Stick is, it's basically a double-sided adhesive sheet. But this is really sturdy, sticky, strong double-sided adhesive sheet. And I'm going to hopefully share with you many ways that you can use it and bring it into your crafting. So yes, we are going to be using Gilding Flakes. Who loves their Gilding Flakes? I know a lot of you are going to be going, oh no, but actually when we use them with Quick Stick instead of glue, it's so much easier. I don't use glue now, I just use my Quick Stick sheets. So that is perfect. We're going to be looking at who has already got the super cute little Christmas trees that Pink Frog do. That's the small one. We do the large one as well. I'm going to be using my Quick Stick with that lovely rainbow mirror, okay, to make little Christmas decorations. I know I've said it. I've said the C word. Yeah, we're going to be making Christmas decorations if you want, but I just want to show how you can do different things with it. We're going to be using it to stick our lovely words on. I know they're back to front, but if you don't want to use your fine nozzle glue bottle, or you find that quite hard, by using your Quick Stick with your dies, it just makes life so much easier. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? But trying to get all the glue on the little bits is not always easy. And you want to add numbers to your cards. Just have a sheet and then you can die cut all your numbers out. So if you do craft shows or craft fairs and people want particular numbers on their card to take away, you could have a load of numbers all cut out, peel the backing off, stick it on, and away they go. They've got a personalised card. We're going to look, yes, at Gilding Flakes. We are going to look at that as well. What was that one? I try clear glue over the top to seal. On which one? Because I'm not getting that coming up. Let me go back and see if I can bring up my comments again. I couldn't see that. Ooh. I'm not seeing it. Sorry, I'll have to go back. When I tried... Oh, Gilding Flakes. Well, you don't need to put a clear coat of film. This is Gilding Flakes straight on the Quick Stick. Nothing there. This is going to be your game changer for Gilding Flakes. You don't need to put anything over the top. And I'll share that with you as well. We're going to be using a bit of glitter just because we can. We're going to do some different techniques as well, just with our Quick Stick, to use up all those little scraps, bringing it onto your clear film to make little stained glass windows. These are great to keep the children busy over the summer holidays. So if you've got the children or the grandchildren, do some Quick Stick, stick some dies onto some clear film, and they can make their own stained glass windows with pens. Brilliant. So I think without further ado, let's get you down onto my desk, my messy desk it looks like at the moment. I'm trying to keep tidy. I am trying to keep tidy. But let's come down to the desk. Let's see how close we have to go this week. I've changed all the settings on the phone, but anything could happen. So bear with me, you might just see the ceiling a moment while we do that. Oh no, that was quite painless. Oh, there we go. Oh, the camera's behaving. No, it's not. I'm going to have to go down for closer. Right, I'm going down closer. That's as close as I can go. So, yes, the camera's not playing ball. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So, I hope everybody's got a good shot of this. Right, I'm not going to start with Gilding Flakes because I've got the window open and I might end up with them where I don't want them. So, we won't start with that one. And I won't start with glitter. We'll do that one in a minute. Might do that one. Right, so let's move some of these bits and pieces out of the way so I can explain to you all what quick stick is. Let's go right back to the beginning for anybody that doesn't know. So this is how you're going to receive it. Okay, you get 5 sheets in here, but as I said, at the moment it's on a buy one get one free. Now if you look at it, can you see you've got a couple of what I call little tram lines at the side? That is like your easy peel off. Okay, this is your carrier sheet. That is your sticky. The carrier sheet as well is also very good for you know, your masket, when you make your little masks for your stamps, it's also good for keeping those on. Okay, but that's how it's going to come. All right, so let's start off with some really quick basics, ones that I love. Let's start off with some that I love. Now, I'm going to recap on this very quickly because a lot of you would have seen this before. I like to use my quick stick when I'm doing book covers. So when I'm doing a book cover, which is hard to see because the thing's so close, like this, so you get a nice professional finish. Okay, that's when I like to use my quick stick. I'm going to show you quickly how we do it, but I'm only going to do one side because Kimberly will share the link, because we have done a Facebook Live on this already. Okay, so I'll show you quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear part of that back. Now this is very sticky. All right, I've cut myself a bit of the grey board. Okay, the grey board as well, you will know is you get your 10% off that. All right, I'm just gonna, you've got your edge here, this bit isn't sticky, so I'm just gonna stick that to the edge of there. I'm going to fold back this carrier sheet because this is going to help me. See, I'm just doing it with my nail. This is going to help me not waste it, because you don't want to waste it. You want to keep every little piece. Okay, so there straight away I've got that stuck on there. Big scissors. Big scissors. So pop that onto there. Okay, I'm going to cut that out because I like to be very sparing with my quick stick because I want it to go as far as it possibly can. Now, you know the next thing I'm going to tell you to do, and you know I'm wondering where I popped it because it's here very safe on my desk. So I put my quick stick on the reverse and then give that a good burnish, because what that's doing is it's pushing the fibres of the glue from your quick stick into your grey boards. Now when I do a cover like this, I like to have a wrap round. So I'll tell you what, we're going to peel a little bit of this off very carefully. Told you it's really sticky. And in this heat, it's even more sticky. There we go. Could you see how super sticky this is? The heat probably is not helping because my craft room is mega hot. It's pulling the backing off my grey board. That is not what you want, Dawn. That'll be fine. See, I told you it's really strong, didn't I? Really strong. Let's just try a little bit more. Ooh. Now it wants to take the backing off my grey ball because it's too hot. Oh, that's a pain. I'll tell you what, I'm going to stick another piece on and see if it would... I'm just going to see if it's going to do it again. Just going to see if it's going to do it again. It's because it's too hot in my craft room. I've got one window open, but I'll try it one more time. If not, it'd be too warm in here. Now, talking about too warm, I did a 12-hour craft-a-thon with some ladies on Saturday, and you may have noticed, if you use our EVA glue, that it's a bit runnier than normal. And it's a bit runnier than normal because of the heat. So do not worry, okay, about it. There we go. No, it's doing it again because it's too hot. It's doing it again because it's too hot. Oh dear. Right, I think I might have to miss that demonstration off. Yeah, it's just pulling it off again. It's just too hot. It's sticky. Right, but what Kimberly will do is she'll share the YouTube video. We did a craft along where we actually, I stick it on, stick that onto there, stick that in, and then you add another bit of stick it onto here to wrap your book covers, and you get a nice professional finish. So Kimberly will share the link for that one. It's about making hardcovers on your memory books. So she's added the link there in the chat. Apologies that mine's not playing ball, but we will move on. So let's look at the next demonstration I've got planned for you. So again, I'm going to take a little bit of quick stick, and I'm going to my little bit box. Let's see what I can find. I cut some scraps. Yeah, I've got a little scrap here. So doesn't matter what size you're doing, okay? You know, I'm just using little pieces because this is about getting the techniques across to you. So I've just got a piece of that 300 super smooth, but it could be anything out of my off-cut box. Anything at all would work. So I've peeled part of it back. I'm going to lay my card onto there, fold it over like I've just done, go right up to that seam. I tend to do it with my nail, but if you don't want to do it with your nail, go in with your scissors and cut up close to where your board is, because then that keeps that part of your quick stick okay. So we've now got quick stick on one part. So that is your super smooth. That's got your quick stick on the back. Again, go in and give it a good burnish. Okay, you've got that peel back sheet there. So let's peel that one back. I should have perhaps put this in the fridge before I started today. I can't believe it. Oh, there we go. So you need to just peel that back. It is really super strong. Just peeling it back gradually. This is why it's really good for doing a lot of the techniques that we are doing. There we go. This is where you just have to hold it very carefully. Now, some quick sticks, when you've touched them with your fingers a few times, they don't work. This one is really super sticky, so you're not going to have any problems whatsoever. So I'm just going to take that backing away. All right. So that now has given me an adhesive sheet. So let's go on. I've just cut myself from my offcut box, and I bet lots of you have got an offcut box. If you haven't, Pink Frog have got lots of offcut boxes. Now, they're not seconds at all, they're offcuts. So what you can do is you can make yourself decorative backgrounds. So what I've done is I've just gone through my box and I've cut myself strips that are 1/4 of an inch, so 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 centimetre wide. Okay, and then just by sticking them one after the other, it just means you're giving yourself a decorative background. Now, often people say to me, they find it really hard with men's cards. Now, this is a good idea for doing men's cards, because what you're doing is you're making a lovely decorative background, and then all you need to do on the front is add a sentiment and you're away. It's as easy as that. And all I'm going to do is keep going on, adding my little offcuts. Now, when you get to a certain stage, and it's surprising how far these go, give that part a little burnish down. So anybody new tuning in, you can see at the back, and then you just need to go along and snip them off. Okay. Just snip those off on that end there. Just tidy that up. Okay, let's just move those out of the way, and then we can do exactly the same on this side, and this gives you a lovely background for your little strips. Okay, so this could be any colour you wish. You could use them for any genre, really. These again would work really well actually for teenage male cards, because that's another one I don't know about you, people do struggle with. But just butting them up, sticking them down. Go to some of these that we've already snipped off, because you're going to use every little scrap you've got. Okay, so just keep using all those little bits, just button it up. It just makes it easier to actually just do it this way, just by butting them up. And it's amazing what you can do with scraps. And I know a lot of you keep a box of bits and scraps and offcuts in your craft rooms or your craft space. I mean, this morning we were talking about doing matting and layering for albums and cards, things like that. This type of thing again can be used. So I'll just put my final one on there, flip that over, and that will give you your backing. So that will be the topper, the nice topper for a card. Quite easily done, just using your offcut boxes. That's why we wanted them on, just to share with you how you can use those to make a nice piece as a topper for a card. Just put a sentiment on there, particularly mail card, you're ready to go. Once you've done that, you could even die cut an oval out. You could die cut shapes out of this. But can you imagine trying to buy a card that's all these different colour stripes? It's not that easy, but very easy when you've got the right tools. Now, another thing I want to look at is we're going to do some die cutting itself. And I did have some I've already got here ready. So let's start off with numbers. You know, we talked about adding numbers to your cards. Where's my little sample? It's disappeared. It's obviously flown away with the butterfly. I'm losing everything today. Right, doesn't matter. Let's find my numbers. So Pink Frog do several types of numbers, and it's nice because they're always handy to add to your card fronts. Oh, it's gone. It's disappeared. How crazy. I know where it might be. It might have slid under my mat. So let's take a 20 and a 1 again. And also with your numbers, you've got, now I want to say ordinals. Am I right in thinking ordinals? I think it could be. So I've got the sutter, okay? Because you need a sutter in your life if you're doing numbers. You've got a th as well if you're doing numbers. And I'm just going to have a quick peek under my... No, it's not gone under there either. Doesn't matter. So what I've done here is I've taken a piece again out my offcut box of pink, and I've stuck my quick stick to the back of it. So let's die cut this through. Let's pop this through the die cutting machine. So even with the quick stick on, you can see that it's going to cut absolutely fine. So let's put one, because this is where if you do cards for charity, or you run craft stalls, to make money for your own craft stash, these are great to have prepared, because you can make cards personal, and it sort of just puts an extra little premium on your card making. Okay, so brilliant for that. So let's get that out, and I'll find myself a little bit. Here it is. I found it. Isn't it typical? I found it. I found it. Right, so let's take the backing off. I'm using repositionable tape here, if anybody's interested. I think we've still got that in stock. Kimberly will share with me. So I'm going to take those out, and then you see you can just stick them onto some cards. So I tell you what, let me get another piece of card. Let's put them on a bit of our true green. So let's find my pokey tool. I've got about 4 pokey tools. Do you think I can find the one I want at the time? So I'm just going to take the backing off first. So can you see I'm just with my pokey tool, I'm just going to remove that little bit of backing. Now, if you were doing these on a stall, I wouldn't remove the backing. I would just take the number out of your die and keep the backing on it, because then you can add that to a card when you're ready. So let's just add those. So these are the larger of the numbers, as you would have seen from my dies. Pink Frog have got, I think it's 3 sizes. Kimberly, you'll yes, the Scotch tape is available. Kimberly will remind me the numbers. I think we've got 3 sizes, haven't we? But these are a real good add-on. You can use them any time of year. You can use them for birthdays, for anniversaries, for advent calendars. There's so many different ways that you're going to need to use these. So just with your pokey tool, take that. Could you see I'm taking that backing off the quick stick? So just remove that. Got my little sutter. I think they're called ordinals. Yes, there's three sizes of number dies in the Britannia dies range from Pink Frogs. This is the larger size, but they're great additions to your card making, or if you want to add them to your card making. I wonder if I've got all 3 here. I have. So that one's the large. This one here is the next one down. And then this one here is the small one. When you get them, they'll be all joined together. But you can just take a pair of scissors and just snip them apart. Not your best scissors. Oh, no, no, not your best scissors. But each of them also come with their little, and I'm sure it's ordinals as well. So you've got your sutters, your thurs, your rurs, all that. You've got all that as well. Okay, so that is your self-adhesive numbers, and you can do exactly the same thing with any of your dies. We'll look at this in a bit more closer detail shortly. Okay, so that is your numbers and dies. So if you don't want to use your fine nozzle bottle and do your dabby bit, you can do it this way. Now another way that work really well with dies, I thought I had another piece ready, but I don't. Oh, I did. Yes, I did. In fact, I don't think I'm going to squeeze it out of that one. I have got some I prepared. I'll keep that one back. So I tell you what, let's take, I've got a little scrap here of my quick stick, and this is what I was saying to you. Use it, not use it sparingly, but be careful when you're using it that you're not wasting it. So I'm going to stick that. What colour shall we have? I'll tell you what, let's go with a bit of black. So I'm just going to peel that backing off. And I'm going to stick that onto my black. Give that a little burnish over. I'm going to cut that end off as well. That's your quick lip bit off. And then I'm going to take, I've got one of our bell dies here. So I'm going to stick that onto there. Where did I cut that out? So I'll just pass that through the machine. So just put that through. So yes, your stick it will go through any of your die cutting machines, whether you're using a hand crank one or anything, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, so we'll take that off. Is that through enough? Now, if you're not sure if it's through enough, my die cutting machine has got a metal plate, and I will just pass it through again because I want a nice crisp cut. And I'm going to talk about that shortly in another little demo I've got for you. So let's have a look at that now. That's a better cut. So you can see that's cut through. So that's through my true black, and also so that is through the true black and the stick it, the quick stick. Okay, so let's remove that from here. Okay, so you could make a stencil with that, couldn't you? Because you've got that on the back. But anyway, I've got some of our clear film, which you're not really going to see on my desk, but I can just about see. In fact, I'm going to put that underneath so I can see where I am with this. Okay, so what I'm after doing is I'm going to get this one out this time. This one has got lots of bits. Now, if you're someone that likes paper piecing, you know, where you can die cut these all of different colours and then stick them down. Again, quick stick is brilliant for that. But what I'm wanting to do is the stained glass window look. So I'm just pushing through these die cut bits very carefully. Okay, so just take your time, because I think this would be a brilliant way of keeping the grandchildren or the children busy over the summer holidays. You can use all your little scraps, or if you've got those off cut boxes, if you've picked those up, again, really good way to use those. Okay. That one's not wanting to come out because that quick stick is so sticky. Yeah, don't go crafting in the garden when you're doing quick stick. I often craft in the garden if it's nice under the umbrella. But I have to take out my project all ready to go. It's normally when I'm doing my memory books or something. But I'm just going to take that out of there. There we go. Last little piece. Now, what I'm doing here now is another way you could do, you know, your top of your shaker cards as well. This is going to be really good for those. So they're all my little pieces that way. So if you wanted to paper piece, you would keep those and you would be die cutting this all out of different colours and then adding it on the end afterwards. So now I'm going to go very carefully and we're going to take off that quick stick backing. This is where you think, oh, it's all gone quiet. So I'm just trying to grab the backing. It's not wanting to play ball today at all. I did all my prep, no problem. There we go, pull that off there. I'm going to take it off really carefully. Because if you do it carefully, you'll get it in one bit. And because it is so sticky, I haven't even got to worry that I'm touching a bit that I'm going to stick down. So if the sort of thing about putting the dots of glue with your fine nozzle bottle sort of worries you, this is another reason that you'd be using your quick stick, because it is definitely a game changer. So just pulling this all off. So get that last bit. There we go. So I've got all that sticky on there. Got my film on here, which you probably can't even see, but I'm going to stick that onto my film. So that's going to go down nice and flat. And then another way to position that down, I wouldn't want to go in with my bone folder and rub too hard. So if I go on with the scrap of paper, lay it over the top, and then I can burnish that down. So I can burnish that down to give that a nice stick, okay, without tearing up any of the parts. And then just going in with some alcohol pens I've got here, we can just colour in and make your own little stained glass windows. So can you see, you're just making those your own little stained glass windows. That's why I said, if you've got some dies like this, you know, the butterfly dies are good for this as well. How great to keep the kids busy over the summer holidays. So, or if you wanted to do aperture cards with your little stained glass windows in, but you're getting the idea. You're just going to be using your alcohol pens. I'm just using several shades of blue here. If you need to go back in with a second coat, you can, but you'll see how quick and easy it is to do little stained glass windows. So I just love this technique. I think there's so many ways it can be used. You can do aperture cards to put them in, all that type of thing. No problem at all. See, my light blue right at the bottom there is not showing up as much, but we'll just go on with another layer. So that's on the clear film. So if I bring it up like that, you can see it's on the clear film. But that is going to make lovely little stained glass windows. You could even make little ornaments out of that and hang them up for, like, I'm saying it again, the C word, the C word. You could have that as little Christmas decorations as well, couldn't you? You could put a little tie on there. So that's great for adding on to your acetate, because if I turn it over, can you see the back of there? You can't see the glue. And sometimes when you're putting glue onto acetate, you have to be really careful that it's not spreading everywhere. Whereas with your quick stick, can you see you've got no problems at all with that. So that is onto your clear frame. Okay, so that's another idea. Where are we? I'm just, oh yes, I've got, let's do that one next. Let's bring in our Christmas tree. So I've got one here. Now, who's got the Christmas tree die? Our lovely Christmas tree dies. I've got them here tucked away. They are fabulous. This isn't a Christmas show, but we wanted to share this one. It's in the one I've got on the floor. We wanted to share this one because we wanted to share with you how you can join them together to make your 3D projects. And there's my die. Here it is. It's in this box. So I'm going to use the small one because I've already cut some pieces ready. Okay, so I'm going to get some of our lovely rainbow mirror. Now, you've seen me use the rainbow mirror before. We've done lots of techniques with that. So I'm going to peel the backing of this one. And I'm going to stick this on the top. Now, when you do a 3D Christmas tree, I've done 3 sides here. You only actually need to stick it onto 2 of them. One of them you can just die cut with no stick it on. Okay, if that makes sense. Because there's no point in wasting it. Okay, firstly, because we don't want to waste it. There's no point in wasting it. So let me just give this a good burnish down. And we're going to pop that through the die cutting machine. All right, now we'll use my metal plate with this one because it is very fine, as you can see. So let's pop that through. Has anybody ever tried the quick stick from Pink Frog before? Do tell us what you think about it, because it is great. Can you see how that's die cut that out? You can see that pattern. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it another go through, because I've got such a fine die. I want to make sure it's really stuck. So on here, I've got this one has got no stick it on. This one has got stick it on. And then I've got this one with stick it on. Now, who remembers the other week we talked about the line in our scoreboards? This is where you're going to take your score tool, and if you line, the trees are symmetrical, okay, from Pink Frog. So if you line it up on your black line and just do a little score, okay, that will just help you when we come to fold and put this together. So again, I'm just doing my little line. It's not a lot to score, but it does helps when you're actually coming to stick it. All right. Got that film sticking to me. Let me just move that out of the way while I remove this die from here. There we go. That's our lovely Christmas tree. Now, I find when you're getting this out, it's easier just to use your ball tool rather than a pokey tool, because you've got your sticky backing on. So it doesn't work like if you're just die cutting card or paper. All right, so just be mindful of that. So that's a little top tip from me. Okay, but yes, this mirror card is amazing. And there's many techniques that we've done with this in the past, isn't there? We've done the black ice technique. We've used it for matting and layering and things. See, these little stars, I'll keep those. They've got sticky backing on them, so you're not going to throw those away, are we? We're going to keep those. What I like to do first is remove the ones we're not using. Okay, so we're removing these that I'm not using. The waste, that's what I mean, the waste. So let's just pop those out. So I would recommend use your metal plates with this one, because it is a fine die anyway. If you were using this die just with some glitter card, again, I would always say use your metal plates. Okay, that's it, last one out there. That's all those. So let's move that out the way. Let me just do a score on this one as well. So in the middle, so don't forget all those special offers we spoke about. If you were not late to the party, you don't have to be late. If you didn't join us in the beginning, doesn't matter. We've got, so let me just reel through the offers while I'm doing this, if you don't mind. We've got our easy finger lift tape, and with that you've got the 12mm and also the 6mm, and you've got a buy one get one free on that. So that is a really good deal at the moment. You get 50 meters on a roll of that. Okay, so just to bear that in mind. Well, I'm getting stuck up. You've got your specialist card packs. You've got 60 pieces in there, and you are going to get that for £6. And again, that's on a bug off. Buy one, get one free. We've got the quick stick that I'm using here today, that as you can see is very sticky. That is also on a buy one, get one free. This is a game changer when I do my books, definitely. Many ladies that have been at my retreats know we use this to help with the covering on our books. I'm taking the whole thing off here. I was going to take half, but I'm taking the whole thing off. So that's fine. So there we go. Last piece on that one. That's it. So I've got half of this off. And then I've got my one that is... yeah, this is the one without any sticky on. Okay. I'm going to try and fold this back because I don't want it to all stick on. Okay, so I've got my half there. Now, I always find when you're doing it, stick to one snowflake first. So let's start down with this big snowflake and just match it up. And then go to the next one. And the next one. Remember, we're only doing half because we're keeping the other half. We're going to do a three-sided tree. So this side's got no sticky, that's got sticky. So this is where we have fun and games, because we're going to put a sticky on a sticky. But it's live Facebook. What could possibly go wrong? I know, today is not my day. Everything could go wrong. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. In fact, if I can find the end, it'll be even better. See, it's easy when you've got the big A3 sheets, A4 sheets, because you've got the easy finger lift. But when you die cut it out, you lose that. So I'm going to move that over there a minute. So let's just pull this off carefully. So this is your backing. I don't know about anybody else. I have used a product in the past that was called double-sided adhesive. But when you did this, all the backing broke down. It wasn't very good at all. When you die cut with it, all the backing broke down. So it was, ended up throwing more away than I used. So I must say this for that is really good. So I'm going to just fold that in half on that score line. I'm going to fold that sticky bit back and we're going to start on this side, the non-sticky. So I'm going in. So I'm going in with the little piece first. Go the big snowflake, the next snowflake. I've got my hand behind it. Okay. Oh. That's those snowflakes in. And this is now where you get that stuck. And I didn't want it to stick, but that's fine. I can pull that apart. That'll be fine. There we go. We're in. Go back down. Or going down on the snowflakes the other side. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we are. Let's just push that all together. There we are. There is our little tree. So you've got your little decoration, or you could have it as a 3D decoration used in other parts. So there you go. Didn't take too long at all. Going to run over a little bit, but I've just got a couple of more ideas to share with you. Glitter. Now, I've got some of our non-shed glitter, and I've put some sticky on the back of this, and I'm going to use, because I've started this off, so we'll finish it off. Let me find the right die. So these are the Merry Christmas dies. I know, sorry, it's got to be done. So I wanted to show with you on glitter. So, of course, it had to be done. So I've done Christmas. So let's do Merry. So just to show you that you can use it on your glitter as well. So I'm trying to show you as many different techniques of ways you can actually use this. So let's go through on the glitter. So I've got myself a piece here. So as you can see here, I've cut it out on that rainbow mirror. I'm going to give it another go through. I've done that on that rainbow mirror with the sticky on the back, so you don't see any glue residue. So if you're someone that struggles with getting things on so you've got glue showing, the stick it again is really helpful for that. So you can see you don't get any glue residue. So if I bring up my glitter Merry, my glitter Christmas, so let's add the Merry to the Christmas, because it wouldn't be complete otherwise. And it's got to be done. So let's take this out of there. I'm just going to carefully again push through with my ball tool. Okay, just pressing that down. Out of there, take that one out. Don't rush it like I'm doing. You'll take a lot more time at home. I know you will. So I've got to get that little bit off that E out. In fact, actually, what I could do is peel it off. That's the other way. No, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll get it out. I'm not complaining about the heat, not at all. I know it looks like we're in for another hot weekend this weekend, everybody. So just keep hydrated. That's what you got to do. So I'm going to take the middle out of my E because I don't want that stuck on. And I'm going to take the middle bit out of my Y. I've got that stuck to my nail. I'm going to peel the backing off. Let's lay it on the desk and try it. So this is our non-shed glitter. So if you like non-shed glitter, if you go to the Pink Frog website, you'll see all sorts of glitters and things on there, okay, that can be used. Different colours, we've got lots of different colours. It's hard to pick a favourite, I must say. Very, very hard to pick a favourite. But they come, I think they come in packs. I've got mine here. I think it's in, I want to say 5. Am I right in thinking that? I can't remember. I think they're in packs of 5 or 10. But there's lots of different colours. So, now it looks like a squiggly mess, but don't worry. Stick with me. We will get this down. So we'll go. We're just going to put it down gradually. I've probably gone up a bit too high. Let's see if I can take that off and move it. Yes, I can. I can. Let's bring it down a bit closer. It's still gone too high. But you will take more time with this at home. My M's gone a bit weird. But by just sticking that onto there, M's gone a bit weird, but you'll get the idea. And I will do exactly what I did before. Lay some card on the top to burnish that down, so you get a nice look. Don't look at my woggly M. Look at that one. Doesn't that look beautiful? So there we go. I know I'm going to run over a bit, but I'm going to release the gilding flakes. It's got to be done. I'm going to release the gilding flakes. So let me put all this out of the way. And all the bits I don't want covered in gilding flakes out of the way. Because I'm going to show you how to use your gilding flakes. Now, someone said earlier on, they put clear varnish glue over the top to seal it. You don't need to. You will not need to. It is fabulous. I've cut myself some up ready. Yep, that will do. I've cut myself a piece up ready, and I'm going to square this off with my trimmer to save time. Let's square this up. So that was, let's go 5 and 5, just to do a nice square. Now, some of the crafters that were watching me this morning would have seen me do this type of frame, but not with our gilding flakes, because this means you can add all your different colours of gilding flakes. Yeah, I'm releasing them. I'm going in. We're going to release the flakes. My craft room will not look the same now. But actually, this is a lot tidier than doing it with, who uses that glue where you have to let it go all, you know, you have to let it go sticky and then you come back to it. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to do the clean, easy way when I get the backing off this. I've got myself a tray as well. So let's take that out of there. I've got a tray to help, hopefully, keep things in one place. So let's remove the back off the stick-it. So the nice thing about this technique is I've stuck this on a piece of watercolour card. You could stick this on any colour you like. It doesn't matter, because we're covering it in Gilding Flakes. So it doesn't matter what colour you put it on. And I'm literally going to pick bits up and I'm going to plonk them on. Nothing technical about this. So if you're somebody that loves Gilding Flakes, don't like all the gluey mess, because you do have to use that glue that you have to let it dry first. You haven't got to do that with this. You see, you can just pick this up, lay it down, and you do not have to put any coating on after. So just pat it. I'm just patting that down with my fingers. In fact, in some ways, it's quite therapeutic. It's quite satisfying doing it this way. I wouldn't want to do the glue way. No, not the glue way. This way. This way is a lot nicer. But you can just mix your colours up. You haven't got to worry about anything. I'm going to stop there for a minute because I'm not totally covered, but this is what I wanted to share with you. I'm just using a sponge thing here. You can use anything you want. And all I'm doing, don't breathe, Dawn. All I'm doing is brushing it on. And then I can pick those bits up and I can put them where pieces haven't stuck. Okay, so keep brushing over. Get big bits over again. So you're being quiet. I'm going to go in now. Can you hear that squeaking? I'm being quite aggressive with it. Lean that off. This works really well with the quick stick pens as well. You can do like marbling effect. So see, I've got bits there that are loose, so I can pick that off. And then the next thing I'm going to do is get my soft cloth. Just my soft cloth. I'm still over my tray, so I'm keeping everything contained. And I'm just rubbing it with my soft cloth. It's a lovely technique. It's a lovely finish. You never get two the same. If you've got all different colours Gilding Flakes, I've got loads of different colours, but I've just got these three out. But you've got that lovely finish now. That is all smooth. That is totally smooth now. Okay, I have not had to worry about waiting for glue to dry. Nothing like that at all. I'm just going to put a lid on here just because I don't want an accident. Because the window's open. So let's pop that there. Let me wipe this bit off. So that is how you put it on just to any card you want. That's watercolour cards. You can put that onto any card you like. And then I'll show you how to do that quick frame, because I think that looks lovely as a frame on a card, on your albums, anything at all. Okay. If you get your trimmer, I've got that in shot. Yeah, I've got my trimmer in. I've got a square. I'm going to put the point down into the channel and the point there at the top. Cut that in 2 halves. Do exactly the same thing again and make sure that is straight. I'm going to take the trimmer up there. Make sure that's straight. Bring that down. There you are. We're going to do exactly the same again. Now, if you're anybody that likes doing our box frames, you could cut your strips and do this technique to put around the edge of your box frames as well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take these to make your frame. So let's go 3/4 of an inch. So make sure it's straight at 3/4 of an inch. So you got that. And you're going to do the same measurement on all of them, otherwise it won't work. Did that move? Stay put. And again, but this is a really quick way to frame a card, to have something different. You could just put a sentiment in the middle of that. Stay put. This one is not wanting to stay put. You know what I could do? If it won't stay put, there you go. Use your repositionable tape. There's another way to use your repositionable tape. No problem at all. If it won't play ball, get yourself an extra pair of hands and use a piece of tape. Perfect. Stay. So let's bring this down onto the card. Now we've cut all those pieces. I cut myself out a black square earlier. This might be a bit too big. Let's have a look. Yes, it is a little bit too big. I need to go. Let's trim that down a little bit. I've just got some of our true black. But then because you've got double-sided adhesive, you can always stick this directly down, because you could put your quick stick on both sides. Okay, I haven't, but you could. You could raise this up on your foam pads as well. I've cut it a bit too small now, but you're going to get the idea. So you could do, let me bring that one in next to it. You could just make an easy quick frame. And then what I did with the waist, again, just use the waist on the corners to give yourself another frame. So you've got two types of frame from one technique. And this does not, I've just done that, it's not sticky, it's not wearing off on my hands, it's gone through the trimmer. You could die cut that even as well. That's another way you could do it. Have I done all my techniques? Have I missed anything? Right, this was I'll just talk you through this one, because I'm conscious I'm keeping everybody from what they're doing, because I've run over a little bit. This one, I put a piece of quick stick down, like we've just done, and then I stuck some green strips. This is black card. Stuck some green strips from my offcut box on first, and then I went in with my Gilding flakes over the top. So you've got that technique going on. So that gives you another way you could do it. So that's on black card. So it's a great way of using all your little bits of card up. The other one I didn't get to share with you was the butterfly. So again, you do your quick stick. You're going to take out the back, and then you sprinkle your glitter on. So you've got your die cut top, but you've got the quick stick at the back, but you can put your glitter on, and you could make little badges or little decorations to go on cards or anything like that at all. So I think that's everything. Let me twizzle the camera around, see if I can do that without causing a kerfuffle. Let's bring that round. Oh, that's good. I haven't even got any Gilding flakes on me. That's really good. So I do hope you've enjoyed those little ideas that you can do with your quick stick. Okay, I wonder what your favourite is. Is it the Gilding flakes, making your little frames? Is it your little, I'm sorry, let's move that out of the way, 3D Christmas card, little Christmas decorations? These look lovely hung on the tree. Really nice hung on the tree. Is it using them, I've got piles here, is it using them to do your words without any gluey splodges all round? Is it for adding your little numbers to your cards as well? I like that idea. Is it using up your scraps just by literally sticking them one after the other? on a piece of white card, any card you like, just using your off-cut boxes and sticking those scraps on. Oh, I think this one is one of my favourites as well. Your little stained glass window effects. Because when you do it, if I turn the reverse, see, you don't see any glue on there at all. So it's great for stained glass windows, or if you want to do apertures in your card and hang them in your cards. What else did I have here? Just doing your normal die cuts. Even really fine and filigree die cuts as well. I think that was everything. So there's probably more ways you could use it as well, but I've crammed quite a lot in for you. So I do hope you've enjoyed today's Pink Frog Live. Don't forget about the buy one get one free offers. You've got the easy finger lift tape, you've got your specialist card packs, your quick stick, you've got, that's off you buy one get one free. Watercolour card, if you buy 40 sheets of A4 watercolour card, you'll get 40 sheets of super smooth 300 GSM for free as well. That's still on. Your texture card packs that I was on Hobby Maker with are now on the Pink Frog website for you to buy direct from Pink Frog, and they're priced from £10 up. Super Smooth 160 GSM is down to £12, which is £6 a piece. The off-cut boxes are on a really special offer at £12.99. And then we've got the film that I've used today and the grey board as well. We've got those. But don't forget, if you sign up to the Pink Frog newsletter, you get an additional 10% off those prices as well. So don't forget to sign up to the Pink Frog newsletter. And also, if you could please press and subscribe to the Pink Frog YouTube channel. That would be fabulous, because this video is going to go up on YouTube, so you can always find it with the craft alongs. So I'm Dawn. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.